What's going on? Welcome to CalebGrahamMarketing.com. I want to share with you in this lesson number 5 a concept I call a lot for a little. This is a concept which is very simple, but it also has a vast depth to it. A lot for a little. So the simple version is this. Number 1, you can charge a lot for and place high value upon things that bring a lot of value to others, such as their business, their mindset, their life, etc., but are, little or easy to you because of all the time and effort you've invested in the past. Right? So that's a lot for a little. You can charge a lot for things that bring a lot of value, but are a little to you. They're more common knowledge to you. They're simple to you now because, you've put effort and time in the past to get to that point where it's more effortless and easy for you. But that doesn't mean that it's easy and effortless for everybody. Like a lawyer in court, they might be able to defend themselves because this is what they do. They do it all the time. It's a no-brainer. It's like brushing their teeth. But that's why they get paid, because they're able to be that for other people who don't spend their days in the books of law, studying and knowing what they need to know. That's where they get the money from, is being able to have that expertise and knowledge in the time that it matters most. Just like me as a copywriter, people don't spend their time studying and learning copywriting and how to master salesmanship in print and write compelling text, but I do. And so whenever it comes time for somebody to need that service, it's something that I can provide, right? And it's coming easy to me because it's what I do all the time, but not to the person who would hire me to do so because they're busy doing other things. It's just how money is made. A doctor makes their money by providing a service that really, really matters in very important moments in life, but they're the one that's positioned to be that expert because they put their time in that specific way, and it might come very easy to them, but it's extremely valuable to others because they don't know how to do that. They can't. They need that, right? So many things come easy to you now because you've put in immense effort, time, energy, and others simply haven't done the same things with their time. So simply because you've worked hard, studied so much, etc., over time, now it's easy, effortless, and not very time consuming for you. But here's the thing. Just because it's easy or effortless for you now doesn't mean you should be charging little fees or placing little value on it. Like I just got done talking about, lawyers get paid well because they have spent years gathering specialized knowledge that other people simply don't have because they didn't spend their years in the same way that the lawyer did. People need lawyers because situations arise where they need a lawyer's expertise and knowledge, but it took that lawyer a long time and a lot of effort to build up to that point where they have that expertise and knowledge. It's the same with any specialized skill. You see people without specialized knowledge turning to people with specialized knowledge in certain situations. The difference is simply in how the two people spent their time over a long period of time. The point is that you shouldn't discount, lower the value of, or see your expertise and specialized knowledge as a small thing or worthy of small fees just because it's easy and effortless for you these days. That's the key, these days, because you weren't always in these days. It took a long time, a lot of effort, a lot of studying to get you to these days. Chances are it's extremely valuable and impactful and needed by certain people, your ideal prospects and clients, and you can charge a lot for what can mean a lot to them, but only takes a little time and energy for you now. The speed and the ease with which you can do certain things does not decrease or diminish the value, the core value that it could have for your potential prospects and clients. There must be no link in your mind between the time or difficulty level it now has for you and the ultimate value and impact it could have upon your prospects and clients. If that were the case, you'd price too low and cause a lack of commitment on their end, a lack of commitment to the use of your own services due to not paying enough and not being as psychologically invested, not having enough skin in the game, not trusting you enough, not seeing you enough as the expert to really apply what you're saying. All this comes from too low of pricing, right? So your overall business would suffer the consequences of lower revenue, and you would feel inside that you are selling yourself short because you know how hard you've worked to get here, and for it to be this easy, and for you to be able to make this impact and have this much value to bring to your prospects and clients. It's better all around when you charge a lot for a little. A lot meaning higher fees and prices, for a lot, which is massive impact and value for the client, etc., for a little. Not that difficult or strenuous for you to provide, but that's because you're you and you've earned this position. It's the past effort and time you've put in that's made it effortless or easy, when in reality, that's the tip of the iceberg, and all the work is right there below the surface. And every square inch of that below the surface iceberg ought to contribute and dictate the current value, fees, and price. Because just because it's not that hard or doesn't take long for you doesn't mean it's not immensely valuable, immensely impactful, and needed desperately by the prospects or clients you encounter. So I'm Caleb Graham from CalebGrahamMarketing.com. Thank you for tuning in to lesson number 5, a lot for a little. I hope this blessed your life today, and I'll talk to y'all on the next lesson. Peace.